I'm at the Chicago Auto Show, and this is my first look at the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9. This is the brand's first three-row battery electric vehicle, and it's also the one with the longest wheelbase and the biggest battery pack, and it's also going to be built here in the United States. Looking at the front of the Ioniq 9, you can see that it's basically got no grille. This is all just this one big flat piece right here, but down low we do have adjustable air flaps down here, so when there is needed ventilation, these can open up for that. You also have this very futuristic strip of light that goes straight across the entire width of the car. Then you have additional beams here, and then more vertical stack beams here with what looks like smaller daytime running beams right here. So a lot of interesting light here. Under the hood, if you get the all-wheel drive version of this, there will be a 70 kilowatt motor in the front, but this is mainly a rear-wheel drive machine with a 160 kilowatt motor in the rear. This battery pack, compared to the 77 kilowatts we see in a lot of other Ioniq models, this one is 110 kilowatts. Hyundai says that we can expect at least 300 miles of range. But if you pop the hood, yes, you do in fact get a frunk, and it's actually a pretty healthy one. I'll turn my light on. It is probably about 2 or 3 cubic feet of space. That's not bad. It's big enough that there is a safety release in case a small child gets stuck in one. So that gives you a sense of how much space you have. And yes, you do have easy access to windshield washer fluid on the passenger side. Oh, it's a nice sound too. Looking at the Ioniq 9 in profile, you can see that it's a fairly average size, a little bit on the big side for a three-row crossover SUV, but the wheelbase is 123.2 inches long. That is a long wheelbase. You can see very short front and rear overhangs right here. Also, I have to say that it's kind of refreshing to see not massive wheels here. We are looking at 20-inch wheels on this particular car, and that gives you a little bit of sidewall to work with. You know, I've now seen a couple of cars with 24-inch wheels. So it's funny how 20-inch wheels feels average all of a sudden, but I appreciate that. I like seeing some sidewall to work with. You can get up to a 21-inch wheel on this, but me personally, I think this is the right way to go. And the base wheel is a 19. Looking at the rear of the Ioniq 9, again, there is just a lot of just light. And what's nice about this, we've seen a lot of lights going straight across, but now this is going almost around the entire perimeter of the car right here. There's not a strip of lights down low, but there are at least reflectors and some lights down low. And you do have this really nice long strip for the tail lights here. And then you do have a beam that goes straight across right up top. And this is a really nice execution of having the Ioniq 9 name in the back of the car. Hyundai says that this is a bit of a boat tail look. Not so sure about that part in particular, but I do think it is a nice looking rear end and definitely fits the rest of the styling language of the car. We do know that this is an 800 volt system, and that means that this will charge from 10% to 80% in just 24 minutes, and that is a 110 kilowatt hour battery, not the 77 kilowatt hour battery in the Ioniq 5 as an example. Plus, electric doors are always fun. Looking at the second row, it has an abundance of space, I have to say. Look at all this legroom right here, and we do have a third climate control zone right here, and it looks like the second row gets heated seats as well, but this is a three-row EV, and it's a pretty easy, accessible, pretty comfortable looking third row. I am 5 feet 11 inches or 181 centimeters tall, and it's okay. I don't have tons of space here. It's not bad with the seat folded forward, but if I put it back, yeah, that's going to start pinching pretty fast. But for kids, this would be a perfectly reasonable spot, and the people that do sit back here would have cup holders and USB Type-C ports back here to use, and that is on both sides. The second row does have an adjustable seat back with this right here, and there is another button to slide it forward if you wish, but that means I do have to readjust the seat back. Easy enough. I am still 5 feet 11 inches or 181 centimeters tall, and now I have nice high seat bottoms for good thigh support, plenty of knee room. I do have headroom. In fact, I have several inches of headroom, and I also have less than a 90-degree bend in my knees. Hyundai also offers manual sunshades for the second row and more cup holders here. I showed you the climate control already, and of course, an arm rest with cup holders, which is always welcome. But check this out. This is a ratcheting armrest, so it's adjustable. That's a nice addition. Also, if you're on the passenger side, you can move the passenger front seat forward and away to give even more room if you need it. And you also have another USB Type-C port here and here for the second row as well. But of course, the front seat has the most space, and it also has this really interesting design in the door, and you have this nice two-tone right here. You do have the usual controls on the door here. You do get 2-position seat memory, and is that seat massage? I believe it is. We also have many controls to adjust the seat right there, and several controls to the left of the steering wheel as well. And the steering wheel itself can be adjusted both tilt and telescope electrically right here. You do also get the Hyundai panoramic curved display right here. I don't know the numbers for sure, but it looks an awful lot like a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a second 12.3-inch center display. We've seen that on a few different Hyundai products, and it works really well. The steering wheel itself has plenty of controls on the left and right, and you do also have paddle shifters, downshift on the left, upshift on the right. But this is an EV, so my guess is that this is off-throttle battery recuperation, so decel when you lift off the accelerator, and these probably adjust that. That's my best guess for that. The Prindle is also on the steering as well. It's a stock down here. Push the button right here for park, and then rotate this way for drive and this way for reverse. And then the start-stop button is actually on the stock as well. Beneath the center display, you do have dual zone climate control and radio controls right here. And beneath that, you do have 3 USB Type-C ports right here, as well as a 12-volt cigarette lighter style plug right there. You do have another tray down here, and you have another tray up here, and this is a wireless smartphone charger. And more controls here. Looks like we have a 360-degree view camera, a couple of nice big and deep cup holders right here, and if you look forward again and go even deeper, there is yet another shelf down low. The 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9 looks futuristic and kind of normal all at once, and this just has a lot of clever tricks right here, and it's really cool to be able to sit inside this and get a close look of what this car is like. Hopefully, I'll get the chance to drive it sometime soon. Well, there you have it. The 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9. I'm looking at it here at the Chicago Auto Show, so no chance to drive it, of course, yet, but it was very nice to get a close look outside and inside and under the hood of this new Hyundai battery electric vehicle. We do not yet know final pricing, but I have to say what I've seen so far does look quite enticing. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you very much for watching.